What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Level Up with Gal. You already know I'm your host, Gal Perino. Thank you so much for being here, tuning in. I'm so freaking proud of you. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're brand new to the freaking tribe, welcome. You are welcome here to be exactly who you are. We come and get tips and tricks and be on your healing journey to help yourself freaking heal. No one can heal us. Remember that. There is no magic sauce or magic tool that can help us heal out there. Like you can just take it and voila. That does not exist. Healing on your journey starts with you taking that commitment, making that commitment to yourself that you're going to show up every day to improve your life, your journey, your personal development journey, and start working on the things that are holding you freaking back. And to start doing that, today we're going to dive in and talk about how do you start letting people in? How do you start letting people see the real you? How do you start that journey, right? So you can really start to heal. And how do you know if you're sharing your journey with the right people? How do you know if that friend is a good friend until they burn you, right? How many of you been there? I've been there. And you're like, I didn't even see that coming. How do you start to be able to see that coming? That way, the first word that comes to my mind is like protect yourself. But really, it's so you can start to spend time with the people who are there for you, the people who are good for you, the people who are helping you on your healing journey, helping you start to heal yourself. Remember, no one is going to heal you. There is no magic potion, sauce, anything that's going to just come and voila and heal you from any of your past traumas or anything that you're currently going through right now. The only person that can heal you is you. But what we can do is confide in people or work with people who can help give us that space and create that space for us to start our journey, to allow us to open up so we can share, hey, this is what I'm going through. Hey, this is what I need a little bit of help on. Hey, this is what I'm struggling on. To be able to open up to somebody who can create that warm and fuzzy, welcoming space is everything. But it's all about choosing the right people to allow into your life for you to be willing to share what truly is going on deep down. When you go further past the surface level of, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Right? How many times have you done that in your day or days or years and months in your life where it's easy to be on to say on the surface level. It's easy to run into a coworker. How are you? I'm good. You good. That's it, right? Really simple. And there's no pressure there. There is no there's no deep conversation there. It's just real simple. Or how was your weekend? It was good. Oh, did you do anything? Oh, not much. We need to keep it real simple and surface level. Think of your friendships too. How many of friendships do you have where it is super surface level? Where do you really know what's going on in someone else's life? Or do they know truly what is going on in your life, right? And if they don't, ask yourself, okay, am I spending a lot of time with those people? Am I willing to open up to share what's going on in my life? How do I choose the right people to open up to? Sometimes, honestly, in my journey, it's been trial and error. Like, oh, I think this person's going to be good and they're not. But how do you know, right? Where you don't have to always do trial and error. And it's always like this yo-yo. You're like, oh yeah, I'm in. No, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. It can be so frustrating and annoying because it's back and forth. So start to look at, people in your life and see, hey, who has been there for me? Who have I been there for? Who do I trust? Who do I feel that I can start to open up a little bit more to? And it doesn't always mean that you're asking for advice or you're looking for advice. It seems to be simply like, hey, I'm going to improve this relationship. And relationships are a two-way street. You give a little, they give a little, back and forth. You can't expect it for someone to just give to you and vice versa. You don't want to just give to someone and then there's nothing, it's like nothing in return. And it doesn't mean like, oh, when you're creating space or you're being there for someone that you expect always something in return, but it's just energy exchange that's going back and forth. Think of it like a dance, right? You're dancing and you're in sync and there's energy flowing back and forth and you're there for them, they're there for you. So start to look at your list of your friends or people in your life, whether it's a sibling, significant other, coworkers, whoever, like people who are close to you or you want to be closer with. Who do you feel that you can start to have that dance with? And you can start to slowly allow yourself to open up to them. And you can always it's like baby steps, right? Start there, where like you can start sharing a little bit of what's going on in your life with that person or people and see where it takes you. See how you feel about it. And it's scary to start opening up and sharing what's going on in your life and like, oh, what is this person going to think? But if you are questioning if they're judging you or if they're going to be considerate of your feelings and a lot of thoughts come up, maybe they're not the right person for you to start sharing what's going on in your life, right? And maybe it's a different person, because the person that you start open up to, you should feel comfortable where, you know what, I'm going to open up to them, they can open up to me. And it's so important to be able to have people in our lives where we can confide in and go back and forth. We get advice, this energy exchange going back and forth. And it will really help us in our own journey, in our own healing journey. If we don't talk about the things that are holding us back and bogging us down, then it's going to just build up and build up and build up. And how many of you been there, right? Where you're like, it's fine. I'll just deal with it later. I'll just deal with it later. But then it's bothering you and it's bothering you. And it starts to affect your everyday life. It starts to affect your other relationships. You start to think that this friend over here is going to treat you like that friend over there. And then you cut all of them off, right? Like, no, this is just too much. Like, I don't need anybody. When you go 0 to 100, or you're all in and you open up to the whole world, and then you're like, oh my God, this person doesn't care, this person doesn't care, only this person. You have to start to be able to learn, like, who should I open up to? Who do I want to? Who do I want to be closer with? Who do I want to allow to be closer with me? Hey, it's easy to like give, but it starts with you knowing, hey, who do I want to open up to? Who do I want to give more time to? Right? And that doesn't mean that, sometimes it just doesn't go exactly according to plan. Like, I thought this person was going to be there for me, and then they're not. But don't beat yourself up. But the whole point of me bringing all of this up is for you to start to allow yourself to loosen up a little bit, allow yourself to open up to others and talk about what you're going through. And it doesn't mean you have to share with the whole world unless you want to, but share with the right people. And, you never know who else is going through something similar that what you're going through. And the only way you're going to start to really heal on a lot of that trauma that's going on in your life is to allow yourself to start to work through it and talk about it. And you're going to start to see how many other people, or you're going to start to see a lot of other people in the world and close in your circle are going through similar things or have gone through similar things. But if we don't talk about it, no one's going to know. Right? If we keep it to ourselves, we tend to think that we're the only one going through it. We're the only one suffering. Nobody understands. But people do understand if you allow them in. So, for example, I was having this conversation with a friend, and we were talking about health, and taking care about ourselves and, getting adulting stuff, getting blood work and our results and stuff like that. And it made me realize in that moment, like, holy crap, like I've been, taking care of myself better. My health has been a big thing, and going to get blood work and going to the doctor. And I was like, I wouldn't have known that friend was actually doing the same thing, and actually this friend started talking about it first. And then I was like, hey, me too. Right. That's what I mean by like, opening up, right? Or if someone opens that door a little bit for you, you get the opportunity to push it open a little bit bigger and talk and go back and forth. So it was really cool for us to see that, hey, we're going through very similar things, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy or drastic, but it helps you not feel alone, because we're all going through something and we're all healing from something, right? Even if you've been working on yourself for a long time like me, new things pop up, or that certain situation is going to circle back up for a reason, right? Maybe there's a different piece that you're ready to start working on to help you within your current journey, your current career situation, right? Everything's happening for a reason. If you don't get a job, it wasn't meant to be. If a relationship doesn't work out, friendship, significant other, whatever, there's a reason why, right? If a trip didn't work out, there's a reason why you weren't meant to be there. I can go down a whole rabbit hole on everything happening for a reason. But the whole thing I really, really want to share, and I can't stress enough, is to start allowing yourself to be more free and open. And it is okay to talk about what you're going through, and it is okay to share the good stuff, the bad stuff, the in between, and improve the relationships and friendships that are important to you in your life, in your journey. I've been spending a lot of time reflecting lately and thinking about the relationships in my life and which relationships have, I'm not like certain people I'm not as close with anymore. But then, I started to realize like, we all play a role and a factor in how our relationships are. And for my own journey, as I've been going through my journey and finding the new me and going into the spiritual realm more and talking about stuff that really fuels my soul, mixing it with personal development and healing and my spiritual journey, that I wasn't allowing others in because I'm like, these people know me in a certain part of my life. Like, they don't know me this part. But if we don't allow people in and give them an opportunity and a chance to get to know our new, like the new us, and for them to know what our new interests are, you might be really surprised how interested people actually are. And I'm sharing that from experience, because the more I have realized, the more I am me, the more I open up, the more, we actually have in common, and the more I realize that people are more supportive than I actually thought. So if we keep thinking that people are not going to be supportive, people in our circle, people we know, then they're not going to be. But if we don't let them in, give them a chance, then of course they're not going to be, because they don't actually understand what's going on, right? See how that comes full freaking circle? Yeah. I definitely did. And all the pieces are slowly coming together. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But what I want you to take away from this episode is you're not alone. Every single one of us is going through something. Every single one of us have struggles, including me, and I have found lately that I struggle opening up with certain people, and I'm working on that myself, because it's not always that person. It's more of me protecting myself because of other people who has hurt me in the past. But you can't think that just because someone hurt you in the past that another person is going to, because that's not really fair, right? It's like thinking, oh, this person cheated on me, so my next relationship, that person's gonna cheat on me and I'm gonna be crazy, right? Like, that's not fair. But it takes us knowing that and having that awareness, like, oh, this is where it's coming from. If I had this fear and, worry, then there's still some work there, right? There's some healing that needs to happen, because for what reason, it's still holding you back a little bit and making you think that, hey, this is what everyone's going to do. And if what you think really becomes your reality. So we keep thinking that everyone's going to be a certain way, that guess what? That's what's going to happen. We keep thinking that every person we run into in the world is going to be mean and negative. Guess what? That's what we're going to receive. But we go out there with negative energy too, and we're not nice to people and we're mean. That's the energy we're putting out. We are receiving back. So keep that in mind. It reminds me of another story where someone was telling me, like, oh my God, all this bad stuff keeps happening to me. And then as this person was talking, the energy they're putting out was not so nice energy. Like, it was not very kind energy. So of course, that's what you're receiving back. So treat others truly how you want to be treated. The energy you put out is what you're going to receive. As much as you're willing to work on yourself and start work on your own healing journey and express what's going on and share with the right people. And maybe you don't feel comfortable with anyone in your group, then work with a mentor, work with a coach, whoever you feel called to work with, or a therapist, whatever. There's so many professional people out there that can help you along your journey. That's the one So if that's the route that feels more right to you in alignment, then go that route. And if it's someone closer to you, then go that route, right? If it's a friend, go that route. But I hope you found this episode helpful, and you can start to slowly open up and start slowly stepping into your own healing journey, and know that no one can freaking heal you. You are the secret sauce. You're the magic spell, whatever you want to call it, on your journey to help you level up in your career, in your relationships, in your life, in the direction you want to go. Because how we do one thing is how we truly do everything. And that statement is what one of my mentors told me, and it stuck with me for years, because that's something that I think of every single day. Because I just had this conversation with my husband, like, I like to keep my car super, super organized, but I'm not going to tell you that I keep all my clothes super organized, a ton of clothes. So I was literally having this conversation, like, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So how do I start to slowly relay that in my closet, right, of all this stuff that I have? Because my car is very important to me, that it's very, very clean. That's something I've always done. So I'm like, how we do one thing is how we truly do everything. So what does that mean, right? That means I have some work to do, right? We all have some work to do in our lives. So don't beat yourself up. You're not alone. If you need anything, I'm here for you. If you want to learn more about me, what I do, what I'm all about, check out my website, www.galperino.com. If you're interested in getting a session, or you're not sure what a session consists of, feel free to book a free consultation call. We can talk it out, or you can read my website, my what's it called? My I'm like, what am I trying to say? But I have a bunch of FAQs on there, and you can read about it. You can read about me. And this is real life. Sometimes you get tongue twisted. And don't beat yourself up. We're not perfect for a reason, and we're unique. So embrace that. So if you mess up a little bit, who cares? It's part of who you are. It's part of our journey and our learning journey and the fun and all that stuff. So I love you so much. Show up for yourself today and start stepping into your personal development journey and leveling up and opening up and figure out, what traumas do I have that I want to start healing on? Hey, where do I want to go from right now to improve myself? What do I want to learn more about? Start asking these questions and write it down in your journal, put it in your phone, and start to find ways to help you level up. Read podcasts like this, continue doing that. I'm working with coaches and mentors. I'm literally I love working with new mentors and coaches and working with current ones that I have, because I learn something new for every single person and their different perspective. And then I get to see how does everything I learn work for me? You don't have to mirror anybody. You can learn and soak up the knowledge, and then see how you can turn it into something that works for you, or see how you can relate to the information that you are receiving. Do that in your everyday life, and you're going to see you are learning every single day. Be a sponge. Soak up knowledge constantly. Every single person you meet, there's knowledge there. There's experiences there. Don't be afraid of them. So I love you so much. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with anyone that you may find will find this helpful, and I'll see you soon.